The new GTA Online update drops tomorrow, but today on the show we have all of the news and information in regards to all of our new weekly update money bonuses, big discounts, free vehicles, extra free rewards and challenges for players to participate in, and more. Also some summer DLC news and information that we're going to be talking about in this video. That's probably why Rockstar's post and preview of these details for the weekly update was and went live just a little bit later than normal today, so apologies for this video going up later. We're kind of just waiting on the news, but there's lots to go over today. We're going to be diving into it all, and this video will serve as your comprehensive sneak peek at the new GTA Online event that goes live in just about 12 hours or so from the time this video gets posted. So with that being said, let's jump into things. Let's get the DLC news and information out of the way first, or news on the news is realistically what it is. Rockstar says to keep an eye out for information about a new update coming to GTA Online later this month with more details to come. And obviously, like I said, that's news about news. And how I was going to start this video was talking about how, it's very likely that we could be seeing a tease in the weekly update newswire tomorrow about this summer DLC, or we could even see a dedicated tease on Friday. I don't know if we'll get a trailer this week. I feel like definitely next week we're going to get it because the DLC will be releasing on Tuesday, June the 17th. That's just how it's lining up with the GTA Plus bonuses and rewards lapsing and changing to the next event month. However, when it comes to news, I feel like we could just see some tease this week and then the trailer next week. But if we get both this week, that would be absolutely fantastic. Either way, that is our new update information. Rockstar could talk about a new vehicle coming to the game or a reward, sort of like how we got the livery for the Grati Turismo Omaggio that Rockstar teased early with the Chop Shop, or even the Overflod Pipistrello news we got early before they teased and announced bottom dollar bounties. We could see something similar like that here. But let's jump into the money bonuses for this week, because as we prepare for the new DLC, we actually have a decent opportunity here for this week, or two decent ones. So the Diamond Casino Heist. Players will get guaranteed diamonds at the Diamond Casino Heist as they play through it this week, so that's a big opportunity for players here. If you've been wanting some good game mode to play, obviously for content this week, well, this is an opportunity that will definitely be of value to you. And also, I want to note, this is a 2-week event, so there's going to be no update and no new update next Wednesday on the 11th. So everything here you can enjoy for essentially the next 2 weeks up to the next DLC, which definitely means the next DLC is coming on June the 17th. But either way, we have the Diamond Casino Heist with guaranteed diamonds. We have double money and double RP on casino story and work missions, both the actual story missions you could do by buying a casino penthouse and then going through the quest line to get all the rewards like the Armored in Us Paragon R, things like that, and then the work missions you could do by calling Agatha Baker. This is a big one for solo players because the Diamond Casino Heist you need at least 2 players for. We have double money and double RP on all vehicle cargo sell missions. So the import-export DLC business is finally going on double money once again. That will equate to $160,000 worth of profit per top range vehicle sale instead of the usual $80,000. Granted, of course, there's no vehicle damage and there's a 20-minute cooldown. This equates to $480,000 an hour for only about 15 minutes of work, as long as you're just selling a top range vehicle and sourcing it right back using the meta method. Now we'll go into detail on that in my money guide later on this week, but we also have triple money and triple RP on the featured series game mode for the week, as well as triple money and triple RP on the community series jobs, adversary modes, and more that Rockstar features. The weekly challenge for this week to make some extra money: if you just complete 2 casino work missions for Agatha Baker, you will receive $100,000. These aren't the story missions, these are the work missions by calling her, so you get paid partially in cash, but you also get paid a lot in casino chips, which of course you can withdraw for money. So you're making a decent amount of money and, of course, chips for the casino work. But in addition to that, just do 2 of them for $100,000 because that's going to pay more than both of those combined. When it comes to our discounts that you can avail of this week, you can get 30% off all arcade properties, upgrades, and modifications. We'll start off with the 30% off category because we have some incredible property and vehicle discounts. So 30% off all arcade properties, upgrades, and modifications, 30% off the casino master penthouse, as well as 30% off the decorations and modifications that you can make for your casino master penthouse. 30% off the vehicle warehouses in the game. So whichever vehicle warehouse you want to choose, you can get that for 30% off. And in addition to that, the HVY Insurgent armored vehicle, one of the top 10 best solo armored vehicles to use in the game, that's going to be 30% off until the new DLC arrives. We also have opportunities for 40% off the Cheval Taipan, 40% off the Grotti Italy GTO, which is definitely, I would say, a top 2 sports car in the game, right behind the Italy RSX. Honestly, they're interchangeable. Depending on which one you like more, they're basically about the same. We have 40% off opportunities for the Vapid Dominator ASP, 40% off the Obey Tailgater S, 40% off the Ubermacht Rebla GTS, as well as 40% off the Pfister Comet SR. And those are all our vehicle discounts. Now we'll move on over to the Salvageard Robberies for this week in GTA Online. And mind you, again, the Salvageard Robberies are going to be available not just until next Thursday morning, they're going to be available all the way through June the 16th, further confirming that DLC is arriving. So the Dugen Robbery is going to feature this week's standard range vehicle, and it is the Dinka Blista Conjo. The Pegassi Tauros is going to be this week's mid-range vehicle featured in the cargo ship robbery, and then the Overflawed Autark top-range vehicle is going to be featured in the McTony Robbery this week. Now, I'm not sure if these are going to refresh next week and we'll be able to steal them again, considering it technically is a new week and these are supposed to refresh every week. I think that happened last time. I'm not sure. You guys can remind me in the comments. But either way, those are the vehicles you could check out at the salvage yard. None of them are claimable, unfortunately. This week's free vehicle at the Diamond Casino and Resort, if you spin the lucky wheel and get lucky, it is the Karen Futo GTX. And then at the LS Car Meet, moving over there, the prize ride for this week is the Imponti Ruiner ZZ8, which released with the Criminal Enterprises DLC drip feed, and you can win this vehicle by placing top 3 in LS Car Meet Series races for 3 consecutive days in a row. Then also at the Car Meet, the premium test drive vehicle for the week is the classy Vigoro ZX, and our 3 standard test drive vehicles, which are typically rare and removed feature back for a limited time. We have the Albany Alpha featured here, the Dinka Veris, as well as the Grotti Carbonizare, which I think a lot of players will appreciate right there. That finally returns. At Premium Deluxe Motorsport, we have the LCC Hexer, the Hijack Rustin, the Vapid Blade, the Vapid Hustler, as well as the Volcar Fagiloa. And then at Luxury Autos, that dealership and vendor features the Grotti Italy GTO, as well as the Obey Tailgater S. And then at the gun van, we have opportunities for 50% off the Railgun continuing this week, 40% off the Widowmaker for GTA Plus members only. Of course, the L. Strickler military rifle continues to be available for current gen players. And then this week's premium race, weekly time trials, and FIB priority file. The FIB priority file for this week, and continuing here more than this week, but I'm just saying this week, it is the brute force file. The premium race is taking off, locked to the supercars class and category. The HSW time trial is Del Perro Beach to Murrieta Heights, and the time trial this week, the standard one, is Sawmill. And that is everything coming this week in GTA. Of course, don't forget, if you purchase any Buckingham branded aircraft before tomorrow morning, when all this news information and all the changes take effect in game and everything goes live, you will get that Buckingham Lux t-shirt within 72 hours. Obviously, it's not worth buying an aircraft just to get that t-shirt, but if you are planning on buying one, of course, you will get that t-shirt. So just a reminder on that, and a reminder on all of our bonuses and discounts that are going away. Don't forget about those. But this upcoming week here, the past 2 weeks, this current event week that's active right now, and last week's were not good. This one is pretty solid, with vehicle cargo being on double money and guaranteed diamonds when you play through the Diamond Casino Heist for essentially the next 2 weeks here, the next 12 days. That's going to be incredible. So thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I will have my weekly update guide out tomorrow and the money guide on Friday. We have a lot to discuss. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Adios, amigos.